You came for overpowered main characters, but not the same recycled picks everyone screams about. This list is fresher, meaner, and built for pure hype. 7 titles, 7 different flavors of dominance. Buckle up, because we're ranking absolute fire today. We begin with number 7. Number 7, Yomi no Tsugai. You think this is just another supernatural action setup? Yeah, that's the bait. Yomi no Tsugai drops you into a world where hidden powers feel ancient, territorial, and weirdly intimate, like every fight has family trauma stitched into it. I'm going to be honest with you, the OP energy here is less loud screaming power up and more silent pressure that makes everyone else sweat first. The line work and creature designs hit gritty and ceremonial at the same time, with this rough, spiritual texture that makes encounters feel dangerous before punches even land. Sound-wise, it leans on tense quiet, sudden impact, then eerie ritual vibes that creep under your skin. Character dynamics carry hard too. Trust is fragile, bloodline politics are messy, and every reveal lands like a controlled explosion. Don't watch this half asleep. If you love myth-heavy chaos with aura farming baked into the DNA, this is your jam. Moving on to number 6. Number 6, Noble Reincarnation. Born blessed, so I'll obtain ultimate power. Ever seen a protagonist walk into a room and the entire political system starts buffering? That's this show's lane. The premise sounds classic reincarnation fantasy, blessed birth, elite status, huge potential, but the twist is how shamelessly strategic the power fantasy gets. This isn't random strength, it's dominance through planning, optics, and calculated flexes. The visual vibe is polished noble core, sparkling halls, military formations, spell effects that look expensive, and character blocking that screams status hierarchy. I'm going to be honest with you, the most satisfying moments are not even final attacks. They're those scenes where the MC predicts everybody 3 moves ahead and makes it look effortless. The OST pushes regal momentum with confident crescendos, then drops into razor-tight tension during political standoffs. Relationships are pure fuel. Allies orbit him, rivals underestimate him, and every negotiation feels like a boss battle in formal wear. If kingdom-building power climbs are your addiction, lucky you. This one is criminally underrated. Now looking at number 5. Number 5, Dead Account. What if your online identity became a literal battlefield? Dead Account weaponizes digital culture and turns it into spiritual street warfare, and the result is absolute fire. Premise first, a delinquent coded lead gets dragged into conflicts tied to dead social media accounts and unresolved emotional residue. Twist, the OP vibe comes from emotional volatility plus raw instinct, not polished hero energy. The art direction feels electric and grimy, neon glow, cracked streets, phone screen iconography colliding with Exorcist-style action. It's chaotic in the best way. The sound design does heavy lifting, distorted notification tones, sudden bass drops, and impact hits that feel like your earbuds got punched. Character chemistry is spiky but real. People posture hard, then break in deeply human ways when the stakes get personal. But wait, there's more. Every confrontation doubles as commentary on clout, loneliness, and digital ghosts. If you want modern supernatural madness with heart and zero hand-holding, do not skip this sleeper hit. Next up, number 4. Number 4. All You Need Is Kill. You want an OP MC story that hurts first and flexes later? Welcome to All You Need Is Kill. The setup is brutal, looped war, repeated deaths, and a protagonist forced to master combat through trauma stacking. The twist is that overpowered here means earned through pain, memory, and adaptation under relentless pressure. Every reset tightens the screws. Visually, this thing thrives on military grit, heavy armor silhouettes, steel grey battlefields, and motion that snaps from confusion to surgical precision as the loop progression kicks in. I'm going to be honest with you, the emotional rhythm is what hooks retention. Failure, panic, tiny improvement, repeat, then sudden god-tier control that feels genuinely deserved. Audio goes from battlefield chaos to near-silent dread before each re-engagement, making every charge feel like a last stand. Character dynamics, especially around mentorship and emotional distance, hit uncomfortably real. Don't watch this half asleep. If you've ever loved stories where competence is forged in fire, this will absolutely ruin you in a good way. Sliding into number 3. Number 3, Hikidori. You ever watch a show and feel heat before anything explodes? That's Hikudori, a title that leans into intensity, pressure, and a protagonist whose presence alone feels like a threat alarm. The premise gives you conflict soaked in volatility, but the twist is how the OP factor expresses itself. Not just destructive power, but psychological control over tempo, fear, and momentum. I'm going to be honest with you, this one thrives on mood. The palette swings between scorched warmth and suffocating shadows, with framing that traps characters even in open spaces. Action beats are sharp and deliberate, then suddenly feral. Sound design goes heavy on crackling ambience, low-end rumbles, and abrupt silence that makes dialogue land like knives. Character dynamics are tense, pride-driven, and emotionally combustible. Alliances feel temporary, rivalries feel personal, and every stare-down feels like pre-impact thunder. Buckle up. If you like your OP MC stories with menace, burn marks, and emotional shrapnel, this is absolute fire for your queue. Now we hit number 2. Number 2, Trigun Stargaze. You think this is just nostalgia bait with new paint? Nope. Trigun Stargaze comes in swinging with style, soul, and wild kinetic confidence. Premise-wise, you get that familiar desert sci-fi loneliness and gunsmoke tension, but the twist is how modern presentation amplifies the lead's mythic aura. The OP energy isn't simple invincibility, it's that terrifying gap between how goofy things can feel and how catastrophic they become once he locks in. I'm going to be honest with you, the animation language here is ridiculous. Sweeping camera movement, weighty recoil, dust-slashed compositions, and action geometry that feels almost musical. OST and sound are elite too, haunting Western echoes blended with futuristic edge, then impact sounds that crack like thunder in dry air. Character writing keeps it grounded, humour as armour, guilt as gravity, and side characters who force emotional accountability. But wait, there's more. This show makes mercy feel harder than violence, and that hits deep. If stylish chaos with real emotional weight is your thing, this is God tier. And finally, number 1. Number 1, Jojo no Kimyo no Buken, Steel Ball Run. How do you top this list? You drop Steel Ball Run and let the aura speak. On paper, it's a cross-continental race with bizarre powers. In practice, it's one of the most magnetic OPMC-adjacent journeys ever written, because power here is fused with conviction, technique, and relentless evolution under pressure. The twist is that every duel feels like philosophy wearing combat boots. I'm going to be honest with you, the vibe is unmatched. Vast frontier skies, grimy Americana textures, surreal stand tension, and choreography that turns strategy into spectacle. The soundscape should be all about galloping rhythm, steel impact, and eerie stillness before the trap springs. Character dynamics? Pure gold. Rivalries mutate into partnerships, moral lines blur, and emotional payoffs hit like freight trains. You're not just watching fights, you're watching identity get reforged, one impossible decision at a time. Don't watch this half asleep. If you want peak mind game combat, mythic ambition, and rewatch level depth, this is the crown. Which pick are you watching first, and which one got robbed in your ranking? Drop your hottest take, defend your number 1, and let's start chaos in the comments like civilized anime fans today.